Good morning, class, the receiving school students and the teachers. How are you all this morning?
We are very well, thank you. And how are you this morning?
I'm very well, just like you all. Thank you. May sit down. Okay, let's look quickly at our strands and our substrands once again. There are two strands. Jennifer, if you can be able to tell us both of them, please. There are two strands.
Managing resources and community development.
Very good. Managing resources and community development. Now, from those two strands, we have 5 substrands. 5 substrands. Shane, if you can tell us 3 of them. 3 of the substrands.
Land and water, environment, and crops and animal management.
Very good, thank you. Hayano, another 2, please. Another 2 substrands.
Communication
Communication and?
knowing communities.
Okay. So we have those 5 substrands there. Rachel, the outcomes, please. The outcomes. There are 5 outcomes. All of them, please. You've already told us 7.1.1. The other 4? Tassie, are you able to help her? Tassie can't. How about Patrick? Rachel has told us 7.1.1. The other 4? Thank you.
7.1.1, 7.1.2, 7.1.2, and 7.3.1, 7.3.2, 7.3.2.
Very good, thank you. Okay, so those are our 5 outcomes. Now, causes and effects. Causes and effects is what we looked at in the previous lesson. Now, we saw that a lot of the causes, causes are created both by men and also non-adai. Causes, it's actually talking about something being created by somebody or something. So we have men who create the problems and also something else. Nature, very good. Okay, so nature and man. Now, if I can have Linda, if you can give me an example of a problem caused or created by man.
Graffiti on walls.
Graffiti on walls, very good. Francis, if you can give us a problem created by nature.
Muddy.
Come on again.
Muddy.
Good try. Let's have somebody else. Rico, can you give us one more of problems created by nature?
Tall grass.
Tall grass, okay? Men don't make the grass to grow tall. It's naturally. Okay, we have a topic which is Tulanga. Our topic
Problems and solutions.
Problems and solutions. Good. Messi, if you can tell us what problems are. In a previous lesson, in first term, we looked at problems and solutions too. Now, so you should all know what problems and solutions are. And if I can have Messi to tell us what problems are.
Something caused by someone or something.
Okay, something caused by someone or something else. Okay, how about solutions? Paul D. Solutions.
Answer to the problems.
Answers to the problems. Good. Now, if I can have Quarry read for us our topic activity. Topic activity.
Problems identified.
Okay, possible solutions or answers to problems that you identified in the previous lesson. Now, I'd like us to all have a look at what I have on the paper. And okay, I'd like us to all have a look at what I have on the paper, and we'll have group 3. The others you can read to ourselves, but we have group 3 to read it out loud for all of us. Okay. I think I'll have the whole class to read it together. Read and try to work out what this saying on the paper really means. If I can have the class to read that together, class.
Every problem has an answer. When there is no problem, there is no answer. But if there is a problem, then there must be a way out.
Okay, so this saying tells us that if there is a problem, there is always an answer to that problem. And that answer could be you and I, or people looking for means and ways to solve whatever problem they may encounter in their life, so especially with managing resources. Now, with this, okay, with whatever we have on a piece of paper, it is telling us that every problem has an answer. So for our activity this morning, we will be all working together as a group to identify or to solve or to find answers to the problems that we identified in the previous lesson. Now, if I can have group 2 to read the lesson activity for us, group 2.
In your groups, discuss and write possible solutions to problems you identify in the previous lesson.
Good, thank you. Now, there were 6 problems we identified in our school environment, and you have worked together in groups to find out the type of problems. You also found out the causes and the effects of each of these problems. For this lesson, you will once again work in groups to find out solutions or answers to these problems. Now, I have the problems written on the paper. Now, you are not going to find solutions to the problems that you were working on in the previous lessons. Okay, this time you are all given different problems to find answers to each of them. So, example, group 1, you did not work on that problem. Your problem was overflowing of rubbish from drums, okay? Overflowing of drums with rubbish. Now, that is a problem. You have a space there. You will be using this space to write out what you discuss together, your answers. You list your answers. If you have 2 or 3 answers, write number 1, write your first answer, 2, your second answer. But if you are able to just come up with one answer, I will accept that. Now, you will also be given that worksheet. You will also be given that worksheet. Now, in that worksheet, you will write down, you are going to use that worksheet as your, to do your draft or your rough work, okay? And then from that worksheet, you transfer it to the big papers. Now, the teachers in the receiving schools, if you can have your managers from each group to have that table written out for your activity. Now, if I can have the runners, please, runners. Runners from each group. Group 1. Group 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you get your papers, you should start, please. Now, group 7, because we have only 6 problems, I will get you to join the other groups. So if we can have Francis come over to group 2. Teresa, over here. Paul, where's Paul D? Paul D, over here. Oh no, Paul D here. You come and join this. There are only 2 boys here. You join there. You're 2 boys. Okay, you come over here. Come. Eddie over here. Edward. You have your own marker to write. Okay. The sheet of paper, the worksheet I gave you. Okay, there is one up there. If somebody can go up and get it. You use the worksheet to quickly get your draft work done and then have it on the paper. Did I give you one marker?
Yes.
I did.
What
Yes.
do you really mean by waterlogging?
Okay, I will come over and explain. Did I give you? Oh no. Where's this one?
Way of solving it or the ways of preventing it?
Can be prevented. There's methods and ways. So answer can be ways to prevent it, or like example, bare no plants. That's a problem. Preventing it, awareness should be made to students to take care of plants. That's ways of preventing. So it could be ways of preventing or doing something. Okay? It could be ways of preventing it or doing something. Okay. Waterlog. Waterlog, where there is so much water, a lot of water. Okay? So muddy is actually waterlogged. When there is so much water, then the place becomes muddy. Okay. So that is, whatever you're going to work on, that is going to be our project, one of our projects. Okay? Now you can have 1 or 2 ways what we can do to improve that area that is muddy. Your answer. So you talk about how, what do we do? What can you do to stop that place, that area becoming muddy? Because it's always muddy. What should be done to stop the place from becoming muddy? Okay. Yeah. Yours rubbish overflowing from the drums. So, if you want to write it straight here, do so. Okay? But you can just keep that one, I'll get it back later. Now, listen, because of time factor, if I can have you to write your answers, the answers to your problem straight on the big papers I gave you. Okay, now, our school is always having rubbish, filling the drums up, and then it overflows. So, what can be done? You're going to think of ways. Answers is actually talking about ways that we can help to probably put rubbish somewhere else, or to help to stop that rubbish, all that rubbish that overflows from the drum. Okay? So you talk about it. You can, if you have two answers, that is enough. I will accept that. You also have somebody, not Rachel. Rachel had a 10 already. Somebody else from the group to present your paper. You okay? Okay, because of time factor, you just said what I said. Okay? So while we are trying to do the draft, that takes time. So probably while you are talking about thinking of what to write and all that, getting it done, whatever you are writing, you quickly tell whoever is getting it on the paper to write it down. And we have somebody from the group to present your work. Tall grass.
What do you call a lawnmower, like a person who do street work there? What do you call that?
Yeah, but I don't know the end. I don't know what it's called. Or what is it?
Haya person who owns a lawnmower. Haya person who owns a lawnmower. Yeah.
Okay, you have to have somebody from your group to present that way. If you have two answers,
Bring a grass from home and cut the grass.
who does that? Who does this work? Okay, so you have to write who does it. Is it going to be you, the students, helping to do it, or the cleaners doing it, or who is going to do it? How many answers do you have? Two. Okay, that's you. You'll have somebody from your group. Okay, I think we had Rachel, you yesterday, in the previous lesson we had you. Okay, so we have to have somebody different, not Violet. Who did you have from your group in the previous lesson to present? Brendan. Okay, then it has to be somebody different, not Brendan again. You have to have someone different to go and present. Have you come up with your answer? Two. Okay. Okay, so students from destroying that. Oh, nice. Now, here it says, bare no plants, and when the place is bare, and when there are no plants, then that causes soil erosion. What is soil erosion? What's soil erosion?
Soil washed away by the water.
Yeah, soil washed away by the water. And that is what that's a problem we have at our school. Now, so what you are writing here, okay, that beautifies the place and also stops soil erosion. Okay, what else can we do also besides flowers? Not only flowers, but what should be planted too as well? Okay, so the answer. So, okay, you can write that one. So you could say plant trees to stop soil erosion. Do you have your answers now? Who is going to present from your group? We had Shane in the previous lesson, so it has to be somebody different. Huh? Okay. How many do you have? One. Pour gravel over the muddy area. Now, what else can you do besides pouring ground over the muddy area? We know it can be muddy or waterlogged, can be natural and also man-made. Can you tell me why I say man-made? What do you see a lot of children doing? Yeah. So the more they play, they make the place become very muddy. So what should be done about it? So you could make that one your second.
Stop children from playing in the rain.
Yeah. Okay. So that could be your second one. Okay, we should be all ready for a presentation. Drainage, bigger and deeper drains. We could say proper, bigger and deeper drains. Proper meaning because when you looked at it, that drain is not dug properly. Yeah? It just goes and then there is a cement blockage there. So you could say proper, bigger and deeper drains. Okay. That could be your answer. That's the answer that you can have. Because once if the drain is done properly, then water runs out well, so we don't have problem. Okay, good. Who's going to present from your group? Daira. Who did we have in the previous lesson? Anna. So we have to have a boy. Okay, good. Who from your group? Who? We always have Tulanga, we always have Hayano. So, Elisa. Okay? Harold. Let's see. Repaint walls. Good. Now, repaint walls, scrub the graffiti off the walls. And what else can you do too? You're actually doing that in action. What else can you do? Yeah, something like that. That's preventing it. See, this one you are actually doing something to get rid of it. But how can you stop? Okay. Now we should be all ready with. Now we are going to have a student from each group, and I do not wish to have the same students I had in the previous lesson. I'd like someone different. And if it was a boy from their group, then it must be a girl this time. If it was a girl, then it must be a boy this time from your group. And we will be starting with group 1, from group 1 all the way to group 6. So if we can have group 1, please. Okay, you will have to stand where I'm standing. You say, our problem is muddy area, okay? And the answer we have, okay. Okay, we have group 1, and I'd like, please, if we can all pay attention so we can hear what group 1 has to share with us.
Our problem is about muddy area, and we've got two answers for this question. Pour gravel over the muddy areas and stop children from playing in the rain.
Very good, thank you. Good. That is from group 1. Now, if we can have group 2. Okay, Trisha from group 2.
We came up with our problems and our solutions. Plant
Your
more
problem?
flowers.
What's your problem?
Our problem is bare with no plants, and we came up with 3 solutions. There, number 1 is plant more flowers to beautify the place. Number 2 is stop children from destroying the plants, and plant more trees to stop soil erosion.
Very good, thank you, good. We have group 3, please, with your solution. Get those 2. Okay. We have Harold from group 3.
The solutions are
Your problem?
graffiti. The solutions of the graffiti is repaint walls, scrub graffiti off the walls, check students' bags for anything that would be used to graffiti on the walls.
On the walls. Okay, very good. Thank you. All good solutions. Group 4. You have to stand where I'm standing. Your problem, and then you give a solution. Now we have Elisa from group 4.
Hire a person who owns a lawnmower to cut the grass. Bring a grass knife from home and cut the grass. Students. Why we put students in brackets is because we are the ones who are going to cut the grass.
Okay, good. Thank you, Elisa. Group 5. Nana Dai. Come this way. Your problem, and then you give your answer over here. You stand here. Okay, we have Nana Dai from group 5.
Our problem is drainage. To help solve the problem, we must build a proper, deeper, and a bigger drain.
Okay, so they have to have proper, bigger, and deeper drains. Tassi, group 6. Okay, Tassi, stand this end over here. Your problem.
I'll be the problem.
Yeah.
Rubbish overflowing from the drums. Need more drums. They need to dump the rubbish where it's supposed to be dumped.
Very good, thank you. Now, all the solutions you have given are all very good solutions. And because the school belongs to UNI, that is what UNI should try to do to help to improve the environment of our school. Now I have homework for you to do, and I'd like you to have that written quickly into your workbooks. Please, at the back of your Making a Living exercise book, identify the importance of trees. Why are trees important? You will try to find out, probably in the libraries or in some books that you may have at the school or at home, of the importance of trees, how they are important and why they are important. Now our next lesson activity is going to be on the importance of trees. That is why you have been given homework, so you can do your own research to find out the importance of trees. Why do we need to have trees, and why should we have them in our school environment or in our school? Elizabeth, if you can guess for us our key phrase. Our key phrase here. Here.
Problems and solutions.
Problems and solutions. Problems and solutions. Okay, so our key phrase is problems and solutions. Now let's look at our lesson once again. It's on problems and solutions. Who solves the problems that we have in our school? Who will solve the problems that we have in our school? Francis?
Deputy headmaster. Deputy.
Francis says the deputy headmaster, the headmaster. Okay, who else besides the deputy headmaster, the headmaster? Okay, let's say about Teresa.
Headmaster.
Okay, Francis has already told us headmaster and deputy headmaster, but who else besides the deputy headmaster and the headmaster? Teresa wants to try again, so we give her a chance once more.
Children.
Yeah, children, you yourselves, because the school belongs to you, and if you want the school to be a better learning place for yourself, you have to learn to solve problems. And when we are learning to solve problems, we are also helping to manage whatever resources we have in our school. And with that, good morning, class, the receiving school students and teachers.
Good morning, Mrs. Douglas. Thank you for your lesson.
Receiving teachers, here's your reference for the next lesson: strand, substrand, outcome, topic, materials, and reference.